Hello, Cat. With the wildflower, welcome. Elizabeth, hi. Thank you for those likes, everybody. How are you, Cat? How was your day today? PETA, welcome. Ken, I missed your thoughts on the Barbie movie yesterday. Well, Cat, we can talk about the Barbie movie again. I just shot like a 10-minute long video. I just finished editing. It's like 9.5 minutes, and I'm going to upload it tomorrow. You haven't seen it yet, but was it worth it? It was fun to watch, yes. I enjoyed watching it. And it's fun to think about. Miranda, hello. Like, it's very confusing, like, what the actual, like, here's the thing, like, the Barbie movie doesn't spell it out for you, you know? And if you feel like it spells it out for you, then you didn't catch the message. You really have to think about the Barbie movie. Hi, Superman, we just got back from the mall. Well, Elizabeth, I hope you had fun. Hello, Amy. How are you? Laura, welcome. But yeah, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed watching every moment. There were no boring moments in that movie. And it's like a really long movie. Guapo, welcome. Thank you for those likes. Hi from Northern Michigan. Holly from Northern Michigan. Thanks for being here. The chest is back today, yes. Thank you for those likes. Tammy, hello. Linda, welcome. Sweet baby Jamie, hi. Arbert, hello. Everyone who's new here, click that follow button, double tap that screen, and drop those corgis for your boy. Make those corgis shake their ass. I need to see it. I've been wearing all pink all week in solidarity. Nurse Linda, hello. Jeanette, welcome. Chanji, hi. Yeah, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Thank you for inviting me again. Guapa, thank you for being here. CJC19, thanks for being here. Melody, hi. What's everybody up to today? What'd y'all do? My day today was very lazy, to be honest. I'm great, Kat. I didn't do really anything today. Shake, thank you for the follow. All I did today was I went for a walk. I thought about my Barbie movie video and what I was going to say. And I think I did pretty well. I don't feel like I missed any of my points. I went to the farmer's market and spent way too much money. Hi from Dallas. Mark from Dallas, thank you for being here. How are you? Britley, hello. Thank you for the taps. Thanks for the follows, everybody. Everybody who drops a corgi, I'm going to follow you back. I worked a 115-degree kitchen tonight. Damn. That sounds awful. Dream big. Hello. Hi, Hannah. I'm exhausted right now, so feeling... Oh, not exhausted. I got you. I got you, Kat. Dream big. Thank you for the follow. I'm glad you're feeling better. How are you, sir? I'm really good. Bertha, thanks for the follow. Hot. Thank you, Zoe. I appreciate you. Who else has seen the Barbie movie in here? What'd y'all think? Who in here didn't like the Barbie movie? This is why you're the best. Is that why I'm the best? Jerry, hello. Brandy, welcome. Tiffany and Carrie, welcome. Brandon, thank you for the follow. Thank you for those likes, everybody. Hello, Sophia. Juan, thanks for being here. Mark, thank you for the cowboy hat. I appreciate it. I appreciate the cowboy hat so much. Hello, Jessica. Juan, thanks for the follow. Barbie movie was so great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Crystal, what did you like about it? What message did you get from the Barbie movie, Crystal? Hi from South Padre Island. Well, welcome. Hello, Grace. Babs91, hi. Grace, are you over the Barbie movie talk? Thank you for those likes. Chef Jam, hello. Julie, welcome. Yeah. How are you doing? I'm doing great, Priscilla. Thank you for asking. I gotta make sure my sounds are off. 6 what? User 55. Lucky Charm, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I just needed the summary because I missed out yesterday. Yeah, the summary at the Ken's battle, it turned rare. It turned rare. What does that mean? Michaela, thank you for the follow. Am I officially old if I don't know what rare means? That either extreme, a patriarchy, or a matriarchy is unhealthy. Barbie movie in a nutshell. I agree with that assessment, Crystal. That neither side is healthy. Hola, hi. I didn't dislike the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I had fun watching it. Hello, Rihanna. You love me. Thank you. Hi from California. Dr. Jacqueline from California. Thanks for being here. Today did not go as planned. Keep me entertained for the moment. Your date didn't go as planned? What happened, Rihanna? No, I really enjoyed the Barbie movie. It's a thinker movie. Like, I like thinking. I like movies that make me think. Like, for example, The Witch, which is a horror movie, but it's a very slow horror movie. It makes you think. And I like that. Like, I like having conversations. I'm watching Blue Bloods. Amy, thank you for the chill. It's a very smart movie. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it's weird that it's a message through the Barbie movie, but also how else could they have told it, you know? Because I just see parents taking their children there, and it's like, your children shouldn't be here. Do you like the movie Up? I do. I had appointments today, and we had our original plans, which worked but no longer worked on his end. Have you ever watched Imitation Game? I haven't. Ken, do you have a Costco membership? I don't. And I can't borrow anybody's Costco membership because I've heard they check IDs. He wanted to move things up and it conflicted with my schedule, so he's coming over and next. Megan, thank you so much for the little Fairly Odd Parents crown. I appreciate it. Hello, Amy. You're cooking tomorrow? Imitation Game is a phenomenal movie if you like ones that make you really think. Cute. I love the Fairly Odd Parents crown. Pursuit of Happiness also. Good night, Kat. Thank you for being here. Why do men feel the need to comment about my weight on dates? Because they're suckers. That's very rude. Like, I feel like it's okay to comment on your partner's weight, but if you have an issue in the dating stage, just leave me alone, you know? Like, if you're not going to be in a relationship with me, I don't care what you think about my body, you know? I'm sorry that you're dealing with all that. Were you born with your smile, or did it come later? I used to not show my teeth when I smiled. I used to smile like this as a kid. So definitely later. Has to borrow membership. You can't borrow memberships. You can't borrow Costco membership. They check IDs. That's the word on the street. I don't think Sam's Club checks IDs. Unless they change that. Why does a guy fall out of love and pull away? Grace, it could be a number of things. Taka, thank you for the TikTok. Yeah, he's coming tonight / morning and then cooking me dinner tomorrow. Second this question. Ashley and Isabella, thank you for following. What happened, Grace? Why do you think that they fell out of love? Like, in general, why do people fall out of love? I feel like people just get lazy. I feel like we have an unrealistic expectation of our partners to be perfect at all times, and if our partners aren't perfect and they have any sort of flaws, people are quick to throw them away instead of work through those flaws or allow them to be imperfect, but not really realizing that they're not perfect. So how dare you? I feel like that's mostly the issue on people giving up on relationships. It's just this unrealistic expectation that our partner has to be perfect. If they're not perfect all the time, then they're not good enough for me. That's the general. Like I'm team fight for love. If something's wrong, I'm gonna fix it. But not a lot of people are like that. Hi Ken, how are you? Just checking up on you. Peggy, hell, I'm doing great. How are you? How have you been? It's either you accept the body you see or leave through the door you walk through. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. You're such a Ken. Isabella, I am a Ken. I'm Knopf. If you hide your weight in your profile, that's on you. That's fair. Definitely, we don't want to be misleading people, for sure. Miles Yell, thanks for being here. Paige, you're welcome. Yeah, I feel like it's rude to mention it. It's definitely rude to mention on a date, like, hey, you're a little more overweight than I expected. That's very rude. Hello, Sarah. Miles, I am. Oh, I have a great question. Why do people love bomb? Are you, when you say love bomb, Rihanna, do you mean love bomb in the sense of why do people put a lot of effort in the beginning, or do you mean it by the narcissistic sense of like, why do people pretend to be great and then all of a sudden they're not great? And which way do you mean it? Why are people super excited in the beginning of a relationship, or why do people act great and then they're a completely different person 3 months later? Which way do you mean it, Rihanna? Hi, handsome. Hello. How are you, Lula? Pretend to be great and in love and then switch completely. Miranda, hi. Is that the way that you mean it as well, Rihanna? Because then I can answer. I can answer both of them. Like, treat you like royalty, then completely disappear and ghost. Okay. So why people love bomb is to get you wrapped around their finger. But the ghosting is different. So a love bomb, it's not a love bomb if they ghost. A love bomb lingers afterwards. You know, a love bomb is, here's all my love, here's all my attention, because I'm going to wrap you around my finger. And the narcissist, like hearing narcissists talk on TikTok is a great tool to find people with narcissistic personality disorder because they're very open about it. Hearing narcissists talk, they believe that they're in love. They're excited in the honeymoon stage. They're doing all these things, wrapping you around their finger. They lose the emotional capacity. Their empathy is exhausted in the average of around 3 months. So around 3 months, they're gonna stop caring about your needs, stop caring about what you want in a relationship, and it's all back to them. It's all back to them being hyper independent. Their needs are the only thing that matters. They want to spend time with their friends more. They want to escape the relationship. They're going to be bad communicators, even though in the beginning they were good communicators. They just don't have the energy for it anymore. So that's what a narcissistic love bomb looks like. You're asking why people treat you so well and then they just disappear or ghost? I would be more focused on why did they disappear and ghost than I would they treated me great and then they ghosted. You know, there's just, for some reason, they decided you're not what they want anymore. They could have had all the intention in the world to be in a relationship with you, so they were treating you well. And then maybe somebody came back into their life that ghosted them, for example, and they're like, oh, this person that I'm still kind of attached to came back, so I'm going to put their energy on them. Sorry, Rihanna, I'm a ghost. Or there could have been something you said that turned them off. I don't know. Like, I would have to see all the conversations. Like, there's multiple reasons people ghost and disappear. It could be something you said and they're like, that's not going to work for me. But they didn't communicate that, which is shitty because now you're confused. Somebody else could have came back into their life. Those are usually the main ones, or somebody that they were talking to at the same time as you stepped up a bit, so they kind of let you go. I feel like those are usually the main culprits. They just all of a sudden realize you're not what they want. Maybe they got from you what they wanted, like sleeping with you, for example. Maybe that's all that they wanted. Or somebody else came back into their life, or somebody already in their life took their attention from you. Hello, Capricorn Eyes. Hi. I saw a TikTok that spoke to me. I'm like, wow. Literally manipulation, yes. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect skies torn. You have a very calming voice. I love that you truly explain your thoughts and your answers. Well, thank you, Sheila. Hey, someone knocked at my door at 6:30 a.m. Guess who? Who knocked on your door, Vaughn? It's hard for me because I have issues with connections, like hugs and being touched. Have you seen a therapist about that? Try to work through that? Because that is going to be a challenge, Megan. If I were you, I wouldn't accept that about myself. Like I would figure out how to get over not liking hugs and being touched, because that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard for somebody to I don't want to say to love you, but it's gonna be hard for somebody to be in a relationship with someone and they can't hug and touch. How soon is too soon to move on after a breakup? I feel like anything faster than like 2 months. Like you can maybe get away with like 1.5 months if it was like a super quick relationship that you realized didn't work. But even in a super fast relationship, I feel like you still need to process what just happened. You can't get a new boyfriend or girlfriend the week after. That's very unhealthy. I would say like minimum 2 months. No matter, like, even if the relationship was a day. Like, I don't know. That's different. That's kind of weird, but at the same time, stuff probably led to that 1-day relationship. So yeah, you're still gonna need some time to process even a 1-day relationship. Yeah, like a month and a half to 2 months minimum for sure. I felt a note in the door saying, "Don't knock, we are sleeping." I'm tired and he got mad. I was just thinking about it. Nothing has happened, but I was thinking of past instances. Only, hello, Dans, how are you? Hello, Lex. It's Lydia who came back and Bridger distanced himself from me. They all have come back and most have apologized, which is even weirder. Because why did you leave? Okay, so if they're coming back and apologizing, it's because somebody else took their attention. Rihanna? How do I get over a guy that ghosted me months ago? You need to find somebody else to put your energy into, Isabella. That's the only answer. I haven't, but I've been meaning to look into it. I know it stems from my parents. Yeah, Megan, talk to a therapist about it. They can help you be more comfortable with intimacy and touching and hugs. And it's always I didn't have my shit together and handled it wrong. I have a question you're most likely going to laugh. Ask the question, Capricorn Eyes. What if the relationship was over a year? How long is a good timeline before moving on? If the relationship was over a year, I still feel like a minimum of 2 months, but we all heal at a different pace. You know, like maybe 2 months will be enough, but maybe you might need a year. Like you'll know when you're ready to date again. When you're craving intimacy and you're emotionally available and you're not numb. Like once that numbness goes away and the anger towards your ex, like if you're still angry at your ex, you're not ready yet. You need to feel indifferent about your past and over it. Like you don't have to be their fan, you know, you can still dislike them. But if you wake up just angry and hurt still, or you just wake up numb and like nothing excites you, you don't want to see anybody, if you were to meet somebody, you wouldn't know what to do, you're not ready yet. But you'll know it. You'll feel ready. Why would a man text you once a month for 2 years, FaceTime you, but doesn't want to initiate a meeting? He enjoys your company, Pamela, but that's all. He doesn't see a relationship with you. If nobody's trying to meet you, they don't actually like you. They just enjoy your company. They enjoy your attention, the supply that you give them. Why is everything made to be broken? So that we appreciate it when it's together, Hulkster. You give off psychiatrist vibes. I'm not a psychiatrist, which allows me to talk my shit. Psychiatrists and therapists can't talk their shit like I do. They're not allowed. Crystal, thank you for the follow. Miss MK, hi. He knocked on the door. After reading the note, I answered. He got in my face yelling. That's so weird. That's a weird one. Is it too much to answer the phone saying hello, Zaddy? Do your thing, girl. That's what you're into. The guy who ghosted me messaged me and told me he's ready, then ghosted me a week later. Oh. Well, you know not to give him your time again, Lex. Today marks 1 year of my breakup. Congratulations, Grace. I'm so proud of you. Hello, Ash. Kenneth, Grace was too embarrassed to ask, but she's curious what your one fish is. I already have it. I sincerely admire your emotional intelligence. Great advice by all the way. Thank you, Crystal. Not true. I talk my shit. Well, shout out to the ones who talk their shit, because I'm out here talking my shit. He's not a psychiatrist. He's a supercat. Yeah. Try to pronounce town name in Wisconsin. Ready. I'm ready, Brooke. No, because I genuinely like the guy, so I was like, stop playing with my feelings. Yeah, we don't like him anymore. We're done liking him. Sheila, thank you for the follow. I'm about to go to the club tonight and be a menace to society. Do your thing, the perfect homewrecker. Ken, you're probably right, because he was not getting that from me. I'm always right. Hello, Andy. I ain't never been wrong. Ever. Elizabeth, hi. It's Brittany, bitch. Hello. Noonie, thanks for being here. Hi, Kaden. Five Boy, hello. I was still a very good girl. Not to me, you know now. Hi, Crystal. Mark Carpenter, welcome. I've named one time I've been wrong, Rihanna. I'll wait. He is so beautiful. Thank you, Five Boy. Scorpio, welcome. Goonies, hi. Zo5885, welcome. Devin, hi. Capricorn Eyes, hello. You went to see Kenny G. Well, I hope you had fun, Elizabeth. Tim, hi. Not even going to put you on blast like that. We're having a good night. It doesn't exist. I've never been wrong. 0437, welcome. Never. If there's ever a time you thought I was wrong, you're wrong. Because I was right. I always tell my man his friends think he's his main squeeze on the side chick. Grace, I've never been wrong. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Beautiful. How high is too high for a woman's body count, or does it not matter? Beautiful. Thank you so much for the rose. Beautiful. Men are never wrong. I agree. Men are never wrong until they're in a relationship. Can you do the AI trend? Yeah, drop a line. Once men enter a relationship, now they're always wrong. But when men are single, we're always right. Thank you so much for that wide-eyed wiener. So, hold on. I'll answer the body count question in a second. I always tell my kids that the only time I'm wrong is when I say I'm wrong. Ken is a menace. Okay, so body count question. How high of a body count is too much for women, or does it not matter? I used to think it doesn't matter. And then I dated my ex-girlfriend, and it totally matters. Beautiful. Thank you for the clicking my little heart person. So I don't think it's a women thing. I think for humans in general. So this goes for men as well. Any body count over probably like 30 is a red flag. As long as you're protecting. So body count does matter psychologically. The reason body count matters is if you have a body count, it tells me that you're bad at conflict resolution. To get to the point where you've slept with that many people tells me you've tried with this person and it failed. You tried with this person and it failed. Like you're trying with all these people and it keeps failing. Or you just sleep with people for fun, which shows me your pair bonding ability is slim to none. And you're probably a polyamorous person, you don't realize it. I'm a monogamous person. I like connection. Like I don't enjoy one night stands. I don't just sleep with random people for fun. I don't do that. I want connection. I want love. I want real intimacy. So somebody with a high body count doesn't have the same mindset as me. And if they do have the same mindset as me, they don't have the same problem-solving skills as me. Because they're clearly not getting through things if they've slept with that many people. And being promiscuous is a very... It's a very antisocial trait, meaning sociopathy, not shy. It's a very sociopathic trait to be promiscuous. That doesn't mean you're a sociopath if you're promiscuous. That just means there's probably like a 50% chance that you're going to cheat on your partner if you're a promiscuous person. It's a coin flip. That doesn't mean people who aren't promiscuous aren't cheaters, but it's the difference of somebody having a dice and a coin in their pocket, right? So if you date a person with a low body count, they're like, hey, I have a dice. Pick a number 1 through 6. And you're like, okay, 2. And they're like, okay, if I roll a 2, I'm going to cheat on you in this relationship. If I roll any other number, I'm going to be loyal to the end. And then you take the promiscuous person with a high body count and they're like, heads or tails. Heads, I'm going to cheat on you. Tails, I won't. It's a coin flip. Like, give me the person with the dice in their pocket. You know, it's not 100% that promiscuous people are cheaters, but the chances of them being cheaters are significantly higher. Can you explain to the class a thing about when the green line test when couples pose? No, I won't explain the green line test. You can look on TikTok for that. Do guys always lie about their body count? I never lie about mine. Very cute. Hello. What makes you happiest in life? I feel like love makes me the happiest in life. I just love love. My husband says he's right 90% of the time, and who cares about the other 4%? I agree. Alexis, hello. What about cuddle puddles? Well, it's science, TJ. This is based on science. Science is not judgy. So scientifically, it matters. Hola, hello. Are you currently single? I am currently single. Hello, Cody. No, there was a scientific study that showed people who display sociopathic tendencies are 50% likely to cheat. We didn't go to the moon. And sociopathic tendencies meaning antisocial personality disorder tendencies. People who, party, sleep with a lot of people, are like 50% likely to cheat. Science. Sean, welcome. So I'm gonna just stay away from those people. I ain't taking the chance. Like, y'all can date each other, but I'm not dating you. So when I say antisocial, I don't mean shy. Antisocial personality disorder means sociopathy. They don't call it sociopathy anymore. They call it antisocial personality disorder, which is a weird name. I don't like the name, but that's what it's called. Jonah High. It's a very confusing name because people hear that and they're like, shy. I'm shy. Jonah, thank you for the follow. What makes you feel appreciated? Jess, hello. What makes me feel appreciated is 2 margaritas, and she gives me some. That makes me feel appreciated. Well, it's TJ. It's 50%. It's 50%. So not everybody who's promiscuous is a cheater, but half of them are, and I'm not taking those chances. I'm going to take my chances on somebody with a lower body count. Somebody less than 30 is a smaller chance they're going to cheat than somebody above 30, for example. Do you mind talking about the reason your last relationship ended? I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about that relationship. I like your mustache, thank you. Ken feels appreciated when he's getting taken care of. Yeah. If my boyfriend lets his friends talk bad about me, what does that mean? If your boyfriend is letting your friends talk bad about you, he doesn't respect you. I would stick up for my partner. 100%. You look like a Disney prince. Thank you. Go ahead and get spicy water. Deanna, hello. Mia, welcome. Like the great thing about my issue with body count, because I used to not care until my last relationship. I used to not care. I used to think body count doesn't matter. I just don't want to hear it. Don't tell me. Don't ask, don't tell. That's how I used to think about body count. And then I dated my ex, and then I learned about so I wanted to know the psychology of why people cheated, but by looking for the psychology, I actually found the science of why people cheat. So the cool thing is that I've learned the science. I know that promiscuous people are 50% likely to cheat. And the awesome thing about my viewpoint is I only offend people with high body counts who I don't want to be in a relationship with anyway. You know? So like, sorry about it. What are you going to do? Not date me? I don't want to date you. You know? Like, what are you going to do about it? Like, sorry. You're gonna be really mad that I don't want to marry you. Marry somebody else, because it's not gonna be me. Like, it's very interesting how people get upset that you don't want them. Like, I'm not the only man on the planet. You don't have to marry me. It's okay that I don't want you. You know. Like, we don't have to be wanted by every single person who breathes. Not everybody wants me. It's okay that I don't want you, you know? Like, sorry. Maybe in another life, work through your, like, get some skills on working through relationships, you know? Maybe value your goods a little bit. Maybe don't just hand them out like they're fucking cookies at a baking sale. You know? Sorry. If you want to marry me that bad, get in a fucking time machine and work on your problem solving skills. Okay? Like, I don't know what you want me to do about it. Is that a breakup thing, or should I try? So have a conversation, Yasmin. He's letting his friends talk about you behind your back. You could be like, look, I understand they're your friends, and maybe they're just having fun and they don't mean anything bad about it. But it really upsets me that you let them talk bad about me. Could you please say something to them? Something along that lines, Yasmin. And see how he reacts to that. If he pushes back, I'd dump him. For sure. If my man has a high body count, should I leave him? What other behaviors does he have, Violet? Is your boyfriend somebody who gets into bar fights? Is your boyfriend somebody who goes to the club or goes to the bar and doesn't text you while he's out? What's his behavior like when he's not with you? And his friends invite girls over and call me racial slurs? What the fuck, Yasmin? That's awful. I'm sorry. Peter L., thank you for the follow. But what's the reason that it matters? Well, like I said, they did a study and found that people with high body count, there's like a 50% chance that they're going to cheat. You know, it also shows poor pair bonding ability, which low pair bonding ability equals polyamory. It equals low vasopressin. Those are polyamorous people. Polyamorous people, it's like a coin flip if they're going to cheat. Because here's the thing is, like, I believe, like, this is my belief. This isn't anybody else. I believe that we're either born polyamorous or we're born monogamous. And you can tell who the polyamorous people are based on their lifestyle. You can see it. They may not realize they're polyamorous because I don't feel like it's a choice. I think it's what you are. And people who show antisocial personality disorder traits, as in sociopathy, not shy, I'm not a shy person. People who show sociopathic traits are probably polyamorous. They're cheaters. People who are substance abusers, people who are impulsive, people who are thrill seekers, people who are promiscuous. It's like a coin flip if they're going to cheat on you. What's my body count is less than 10. Ken said it straight. hi, handsome, hello. Is too low of a body count concerning? No. There's no such thing as too low of a body count. I think low body count is green flag, you know? If somebody has a low body count, it tells me that they make their relationships last. You know, like, if you haven't slept with a lot of people, it's because your relationships last. If there's issues in your relationships, you solve them. Because nobody's in relationships for long if they don't have a little bit of skill in terms of solving problems, you know? Like, you're a problem solver. And you're also probably not out there just throwing yourself around, giving it to whoever buys you the most drinks that night. Polyamory is BS. So polyamory is, it's a real thing. Polyamory can be predicted by your dopamine receptors. People with a long allele variant of dopamine receptors are more likely to be polyamorous. Which is also the DNA variant that sociopaths have. So what is a sociopath? A sociopath is a narcissist who feels no remorse and feels no empathy. They have no anxiety. The future doesn't exist to a sociopath. Only right now exists to a sociopath. And that's why they're so impulsive. Sociopaths are wild, crazy. They'll punch people in the face. They'll get into bar fights. They'll ride motorcycles without helmets. They'll ride roller coasters. They'll get cats as pets. Just kidding. But sociopaths are so impulsive because the future doesn't exist to them. They don't experience anxiety. That's why sociopaths have like this dead look in their eyes, like this dead stare, and they don't blink because blinking is anxiety. They rarely blink. But yeah, that's a major red flag if somebody is impulsive. It's a coin flip. I'm not taking those chances, you know? If y'all want to date the people with the high body counts, be my guest. I can only marry one person. I only want to marry one person. I don't want 20 wives. I don't want 1,000 wives. Like, I'm flattered that all of you want me to want you. Like, it's flattering. It's really flattering, but I only want one person. Thanks. Marry each other, you know? I'm not going to do it. But go for it. What do you consider a high body count? So, me personally, I would consider anything over like 30 a high body count. My boyfriend has slept with 20 people. Now you got me worried. Yeah, I'd feel like 20 isn't that big of a deal. Anything over 30 is concerning, in my opinion, for me. Because I don't think there was a specific number attached to what promiscuous means. Like, I feel like promiscuous is more of an act. Because, like, 20 people, if you're... I don't know, that's kind of a red flag, too. 20 people when you're, like, let's say 35. 20 people, what does that look like? Let's say you started sleeping with people when you were in high school. So that's close to 20 years. That's, like, on average, one person a year. Like, that's not super concerning. It's still a little concerning because, like, where was your long-term relationship, you know? You like, where's the long-term relationship and all that? Like, why are you with a new person every year? That's a little concerning. But 20 is okay. But 30 is like, damn, you don't like any of them? 30 people and you didn't like one of them? I haven't even kissed 30 people. I haven't even had a crush on 30 people. What is your opinion about the Barbie movie being a relationship litmus test? You know what? The Barbie movie can be a relationship litmus test, but not in the way that you think it is. If people are cheering for Barbie's mindset, dump them. That's an avoidant. If people are like, oh, Ken is so needy, and Barbie's mindset, that's a dismissive avoidant you're dating. Dump them. Good night, Ken. Barbie will sleep now. Good night. Thanks for being here. I need to look at these terms. I'm curious now. If you have a short relationship and long dry spells between, you can have a low body count. True, but the fact that you have a dry spell is kind of a green flag to me. I feel like a dry spell is a green flag because it tells me you are somebody who absolutely needs to be with somebody at all times. I feel like dry spells, green flag. Shout out to the nuns. They've been doing it their whole life. I'm impulsive but have anxiety. You're a impulsive light. Can sociopaths feel bad for people? Like, can they want to help people out, not givers? A sociopath is going to help you because they want something in return. But, no, sociopaths have, like, no empathy. No remorse. They're cutthroat. They're only going to help you to get something in return later down the road. Yours present, and you're supposed to make a future together. 30. Yeah, I feel like 30 is a lot. Only take relationship advice from people who have had at least one long-term relationship. I agree with that. The average person has 7 in their life. 20 for me is concerning. That's fair. Like, saying it out loud of, like, if you started in high school and you're like 35, 20, that's about 20 years. Like, that's one person a year. That is pretty concerning. You're right. Like, doing the math out loud is like, damn, is 20 a high body count? It might be. But anything over 30 is definitely concerning. I have things to do before company arrives and don't want to be toasty. Joseph, thank you for the follow. 7 before graduating high school? What? There's no way. There's no way that's real. There's no way that's the average. Would groups still count as 1? Yeah. Groups count as 1. For sure. Is that why men want younger women, because they have less experience, or is a physical attraction? I feel like men wanting younger women is probably physical. Like, there's definitely probably some biology to that as well. I don't think it has to do with she has low experience. But it also depends on how young are we talking about, Younger versus young, there's a difference. I feel like any man above 26 who's messing with 22-year-olds or younger need to have a chat with Chris Hansen. I've never even met 20 guys. In the sense that if a guy doesn't want to watch the Barbie movie versus a guy who does, oh, no, that's whatever. Like, there's definitely some shaming going on of, like, oh, don't watch the Barbie movie if you're a guy or you're a beta male. It's like, watch the movie. Like, the Barbie movie is not this feminist attack on men that people are making it out to be. Do people realize Barbie was a toy capitalizing on the women's liberal movement of the 60s? No, I don't know anything about that. I'm not a historian. That means older men has a higher body count. Well, you're not supposed to be dating older men. Older men are supposed to be married and in a relationship. So no, I feel like it holds up. Like what is an older? No, you don't have a higher body count just because you're older. You have a high body count because you can't make a relationship last. You know? you have problems with relationships if you have a high body count. It's not because you're old. What if you help people out because you want blessings? If it were ever you need help, oh, they want the good karma? I don't know. I don't know if a sociopath believes in karma. Probably not. Because they'll just fuck people over. Like, sociopaths don't believe in the future. Like, the future doesn't exist for a sociopath. If that makes sense. Like, obviously it exists. Like, obviously they know they're going to go to sleep and wake up. But when they're deciding to do things, they're not even looking out for themselves. You know? Like, they don't care about how the version of them tomorrow is going to feel. Only right now matters. Like, they don't think of the consequences of, if I sleep with this person, I could lose my relationship. They don't think about that. They think about, I want to sleep with this person right now. Tomorrow doesn't matter to a sociopath. So they probably don't believe in karma. Big dream high. I don't believe that's an average. There's no way. There's no way 7 before you leave high school is the average. I dated a guy who was 2 years younger than me. No, groups don't count as one. I think groups count as one. Men want really young women because they're more vulnerable and naive. I think narcissistic men do. I don't feel like men in general want young women because they're vulnerable and naive. Narcissistic men, 100%. Yes, I can agree with that. What about a 38 and 28-year-old? Are you the 38-year-old or the 28-year-old, Kristen? If the 28-year-old is asking me if it's okay if they date a 38-year-old, I'm going to say yes, because clearly you have good intentions. If you're the 38-year-old who's like, hey, is it okay if I date a 28-year-old? I would say be hesitant, you know? Because it's not impossible. You know, it's not impossible. Everything's possible with love, you know? But I would definitely be cautious. I thought the last guy wanted a relationship, but no. He just... I'm sorry, Chair Bear. The man is 38. Yeah, so Kristen, you're 28. He's 38. If you love him, go for it. But here's the thing, Kristen. What about him do you love? Do you love him because he's handsome and successful? Because if he's handsome and successful and 38... run. Run, girl. Or is he just a really cool guy that you enjoy? He was a 33-year-old and started seeing a 28-year-old? How did he lose 5 years? I was 19 when I married my 31-year-old geology professor. My marriage was literally on the rocks. I got called a MILF by a 19-year-old, and I've never felt so old. Grace, you definitely give MILF vibes for sure. What if you dated me? What do you mean, Elizabeth? Handsome, successful, and 38 equals kind of 5 years. Yeah, but also married. If I'm not married by 38, if I'm still single, kids. If I'm successful, handsome, and single at 38, bro. Just end me. I'm done for. Am I done for? No, I'll probably just travel the world. Like, I'm gonna convert into narcissism. If I'm 38 years old, successful and single, I'm converting. I'm fucking converting. I don't care. He was dating a 33-year-old, and then started seeing the 28-year-old too. He's dating two people at the same time. Kristen, you have your answer. Are you single? I am single. I can't date someone younger than me. I just feel weird about that. You get the ick, Danica? I left. Good. Good. Yeah, it's like the problem with like old successful people, it's like, why don't you have a wife? I'm very suspicious if you're like 38 plus, good looking, successful, and you don't have a wife. That's concerning. Like, you better be a widow, is all I'm saying. Like, if you're 38 plus, successful, good looking, and you're not a widow, I'm very suspicious of you. You know? Very suspicious. So if that becomes me, I'm going to be suspicious of myself. I'm going to just travel the world, swim in waterfalls, and how can I say this politely? I wouldn't. I don't know how to say it. I'm going to just be traveling the world and getting it in, you know? If I'm 38, successful, and still single, I'm going to just travel the world and get it in. Because I'm suspicious of myself at that point, and I give up. I give up if I'm still single in 6 years. If you ever come to Florida, look me up. Better be a widow. Yeah, I'm suspicious of you, sir. I just want to understand why the 38-year-old was where he spent this time instead of me, who loved him. Oh, why he spent his time with a 28-year-old. Well, he's clearly a piece of shit, you know? That's why. It has nothing to do with you. Like, when people cheat on you, it's not because there's something wrong with you, it's because there's something wrong with them. Confirmed bachelor. You can't say it politely. I said hi, hello. Hello, McKenna. User 56, welcome. Innocent Dragon, hi. Innocent Dragon, how are you? Hi, Amy. Patsy, hello. Little McKenna? I'm not calling you Little McKenna. I can't even look for a guy right now and be like, sign me up. An age gap can be fine if you truly have a common interest. What could you possibly have in a common interest with an age gap? Like, what y'all got in common? I'm struggling to think. Annie, thank you for the follow. Like, what could a 26-year-old and a 38-year-old have in common? A hobby, a career? No. Absolutely not. They don't have the same hobbies and careers at 26 and 38. Let's think of something better. Do you believe in werewolves now? Drinking? Hey, DJ, Pauly D is handsome and he's up there in his age. He was on Double Shot at Love with Tila Tequila. Sheen, I'm good. How are you? Values? 38, Bianca. And 26. Their values aren't the same. Ice cream? Mount Saskia. How are you? I'm good. I'm struggling. There's a psychologist girl. I want to do a podcast with her so bad. I don't do podcasts, but she's this British girl with black hair. And I just love the way she thinks because it's a lot like me. Like, her thoughts on age gap are my thoughts on age gap. And I love to see it, you know? I just love to hear psychologist people who think the exact same way that I do. People get so mad at her, but I'm like, thank God I'm not the only one who says this shit. Like, thank God I'm not the only person who thinks this way. Because sometimes I'm like, damn. Actually, no, I'm not. Because I know my shit. You know, I take multiple perspectives and then I mash some things together. And then that's my thought process. I'm just really thankful she thinks the same way. I think her name is like Sadia or something like that. You've probably seen her. She's got like dark hair. She's British. She's really smart. I'll dance battle you so hard into the ground. I'm not a dance battler. Sorry. Yes, do a podcast. I want to do a podcast with that girl, and I want to do a podcast with the girl who wrote the Barbie movie. I'm from Texas. Hello. How do I feel about age gap? I feel like if you did a podcast with her, would you do a British accent? I would do a little bit, just till she says, piss off, bloke, with your awful accent. And I'll be like, okay. So my thought on age gap is, to be 100% honest, like, once you're 35, it doesn't matter, you know. Once you're 35, you can date a 100-year-old for all I care. It doesn't matter. But if you're if you're like 34 or under, I'm a heavy believer in 5 plus 5 minus. But what's the official equation? Like, you're supposed to take your age divided by 2, so that'd be 16, and then you add 7, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. I wouldn't date a 24-year-old. Is that the right math? No, what's 16 plus 7? 23? Ain't no way. I would not date a 23-year-old. That's way too young for me. I'm gonna stick to my rules instead. Plus 5 minus 5. I feel like young women who date older men, I feel like it's a transaction, you know? I feel like the older man is using the younger woman for her body as a trophy to stand next to her, to feel like she's an object, you know, she's an accessory. The young woman is an accessory to an old man. And the old man is a wallet to the young woman. I feel like they're mutually using each other. I feel like if we see an old successful man and a young hot girl, what you're seeing is a relationship between two narcissists. That's how I feel. Lady Marriott, hello. Have you ever been to one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants before? I haven't. Do you think jealousy causes a guy to be toxic? Jealousy can cause anybody to be toxic, you know. But rightfully so. Rightfully so. I would never judge my girlfriend if she was toxic out of jealousy, you know. I would try my hardest to come to some sort of understanding and try to make things better. I'll watch your videos and things just click. Your perspective is awesome. Well, thank you, Kristen. What's your opinion on long distance? As long as both of you want it, go for it. I have a family member that's dating 45. That's 45 dating a 23-year-old. There you go. That's narcissism at play. Yeah, half your age plus 7 ain't no way. Ain't no way. 5-year age difference is most successful. Yeah, I feel like that's a plus 5 minus 5. I think is good. That's a good number if you're in your 20s, and if you're younger than if you're 34 or younger. But once you hit 35, it doesn't matter anymore. Date as old as you want. And if you're 35, I probably wouldn't date somebody younger than like 30. Cord, thank you for the follow. I don't know how to be okay with it. It's 45-year-old man. Yeah, I wouldn't be okay with that. It's weird. But I feel like they're mutually using each other. Like, they both know. They both know that they're using each other. And, like, here's my thought is, like, I see the narcissism. I see the two narcissists dating each other. I would much rather they date each other than date somebody else, you know? If it's like, leave the narcissists alone. Let them date each other. Let them pretend they're in love. You know? Because I would much rather that 23-year-old narcissist be with a 45-year-old narcissist than both of them be with two healthy people. You know? Like, hurt each other. Leave us alone. I've been to a few of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants. They're pretty good. I think you're right. 99%. And some women have older parents that give them old soul vibe. So the British girl that I was talking about, she believes that younger women just didn't have a good father figure. That it shows a poor relationship with their father if they're dating somebody older. I'm the one who throws in narcissism to the mix. She doesn't throw narcissism to the mix. She just thinks it's poor relationship with their father, and they're trying to replace their father figure, which I don't necessarily 100% agree with that. I feel like maybe it does exist. I mean, like, I feel like both things could be true at different times. I had somebody that was 13 years older than me, but always had a job, always paid half of my bills. Does the age gap rule change if the younger woman has kids? No, it doesn't change. Can I call you? How old are you? I'm 31. You can call me. Book a phone call, book a FaceTime, link tree in the bio. My phone calls are 50% off for the next 2 days only. Once it's August, my prices go up again. Ken, you're half my age plus 7. Ain't no way. Also agree on the jealousy thing because betrayal is such a big divot in the heart. Can two narcissists be together? Yeah. Two narcissists can date each other. It's not going to be a healthy relationship. It's not going to be a happy relationship. But they definitely exist. Hi from Caroline. Hello, Julie. Younger women dating older men have daddy issues. Yeah, they could. They could have daddy issues, or they could be opportunistic. They could just be using them. Because, in a world without love, which is a narcissist world, in a world without love, success, power, money's number one, you know? Because money is number two in everybody else's world. If love exists in your world, money is number two. Like, maybe it's not number two, but it's definitely not number one. Love is number one. But in a world without love, what else is there but money? So I feel like younger women dating old successful men, it's because, like, they don't care about loving somebody. They don't care about being in love. They just want money. They just want to do things. They just want to take pictures around the world and make people jealous of them. We're going after old men because we got daddy issues. You heard me. Okay, I love you. Going to bed. Good night. Good night, Cody. Hi, John. All of us have some sort of mommy or daddy issues. Yeah, all of us do. Not all of us, but 50% of the population have attachment issues that come from childhood. Yeah. If you see a young girl with an old guy, and thinks they're both a problem. They're both a problem. You want to date a cougar? Your thoughts on open relationships? Do your thing. Some people are polyamorous, some people are monogamous. I'm not judging. I feel like people are born that way. It's not for me. I would never be in an open relationship, but I'm not going to judge somebody who is. Did my lights go out? How dare they? How long have I been on here? An hour? Alright. I need to go to bed. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love and appreciate you all so much. Click the follow button for me. Follow me on Instagram at SuperKenGaming. Book a phone call with me. Book a FaceTime. Linktree in the bio. Sweet dreams, everybody. Goodbye. 50% off for the next 2 days.